Let's get one thing straight. This is a truth that's easy to ignore, but impossible to escape. No one is coming to save you. Not your parents, not the government, not a lottery ticket. The world isn't waiting to hand you a fortune, and there's no secret shortcut that will magically solve your financial problems. If you want wealth, it's on you. That's not harsh, it's empowering. Because when you realize that your future is in your hands, you stop waiting and start acting. You become the author of your own story, not just a character in someone else's. The moment you accept you're in control is the moment you reclaim your power. You stop blaming circumstances and start creating opportunities. You realize that every decision, every habit, every small step you take can move you closer to the life you want. Building wealth isn't just about a big bank account, it's about freedom, it's about having choices, about being able to say yes to the things that matter and no to the things that don't. It's about creating a life where you're not constantly stressed about money, but instead you're able to enjoy the moments that make life meaningful. Freedom to leave a job you hate, to travel, to handle emergencies without panic. Imagine waking up and knowing you have options, that you're not trapped by your circumstances. That's what wealth can give you. The ability to design your own life. Too many people blame the economy, their upbringing, or their boss. They point fingers at everything outside themselves, convinced that the deck is stacked against them. But blaming others only keeps you stuck where you are. Yes, some have it harder. Life isn't fair, and we all start from different places. But focusing on what you can't control keeps you stuck. It drains your energy and leaves you feeling powerless. Focus on what you can control, your habits, your mindset, your actions. Every day you have the power to make choices that move you forward, even if they're small. Consistency beats intensity. Wealth isn't luck, it's a system anyone can learn. It's about understanding how money works, building skills, and making smart decisions over time. You don't need to be a genius or come from money, you just need to be willing to learn and take action. It starts with deciding to be an active participant in your financial life. That means tracking your spending, setting goals, and being honest with yourself about where you are and where you want to go. Define what a rich life means to you. Maybe it's paying for your kids' education, or taking a sabbatical, or just ordering guac without guilt. Wealth isn't one size fits all. It's about what matters most to you and your loved ones. This isn't about hoarding every penny. It's about using money as a tool for an intentional life. It's about spending on what brings you joy and cutting out what doesn't. Money is a resource, not a goal in itself. The first step isn't a spreadsheet, it's a mental shift. It's about believing that you can change your financial story no matter where you're starting from. It's about seeing yourself as someone who is capable of building wealth. Commit to making your financial future a priority. Set clear goals, talk openly about money, and don't be afraid to ask for help or seek out knowledge. The more you learn, the more confident you'll become. Ignore the naysayers who say it's impossible or only for the lucky. There will always be people who doubt, who project their own fears onto you, but their limitations don't have to be yours. They're stuck in scarcity. You're choosing abundance. You're choosing to believe that more is possible, that you can create a life of options and security. Your path starts now, with whatever you have. You don't need a windfall or a perfect plan, just the willingness to start, to learn, and to keep going even when it's hard. Take responsibility, and you'll build a life of options, security, and generosity. You'll be able to help others, support your community, and give back in ways you never imagined. The journey begins with your decision today. Decide to take ownership, to invest in yourself, and to build the future you deserve. Your wealth-building journey starts now, one step, one choice, one day at a time. The myth that you need money to make money is just an excuse. Plenty of people have started with nothing and built real wealth. Your starting point matters less than your direction and habits. Consistent saving and investing, even small amounts, beats a lump sum that's wasted. Wealth is built on habits, not windfalls. Developing good habits costs nothing. Your current bank balance is just a snapshot, not your destiny. The real question isn't can I, but how can I, starting from where I am. Your journey begins the moment you decide to create wealth, not when you already have it. Most people let their finances run wild, hoping for the best. They avoid looking at their bank statements, put off budgeting, and cross their fingers that things will just work out. But without a plan, money slips through your fingers, and financial stress becomes a constant companion. You need a plan, a blueprint for your rich life. This isn't about restriction, but about designing a life where your money supports your dreams. not holds you back. Imagine having a clear roadmap that tells your money exactly where to go, so you can focus on what truly matters to you. Real goals are specific and measurable, like, save $10,000 for a house in 3 years. Vague wishes like, I want to save more, rarely work. Instead, set targets you can track and celebrate as you make progress. Break big goals into smaller milestones, so you stay motivated along the way. Once you have goals, track where your money goes. Awareness is the first step to control. Review your spending regularly, weekly or monthly, so you can spot leaks and make adjustments before things get out of hand. Forget strict budgets. Use a conscious spending plan. Traditional budgets feel like diets, restrictive and hard to stick to. A conscious spending plan gives you freedom and flexibility while still keeping you on track. Spend on what you love, cut ruthlessly on what you don't. If travel or great food brings you joy, make room for it. But don't waste money on things that don't matter, like unused subscriptions or impulse buys. Use a simple framework. Allocate 50 to 60% of your take-home pay to fixed costs like rent, bills, and groceries. Set aside 10% for retirement and 5 to 10% for short-term savings like vacations or emergencies. And the rest? That's your guilt-free spending money. Enjoy it without second-guessing yourself. When you know your essentials are covered, you can spend on fun without worry or regret. Automate your savings and investments. Set up automatic transfers so you pay yourself first, before you even see the money. This makes saving effortless and consistent, and helps you build wealth in the background. Don't obsess over every dollar, get the big things right and let the small stuff go. It's easy to get caught up in tiny expenses, but it's the major decisions, like housing, transportation, and investing, that have the biggest impact. The 85% solution: you don't need perfection, just consistency. If you follow your plan most of the time, you'll make huge progress. Don't let small mistakes derail you, just get back on track and keep moving forward. Focus on automating, negotiating your salary, and keeping fixed costs in check. These are the levers that move the needle. A single raise or a lower rent can be worth more than years of skipping lattes. Your plan should guide you, not imprison you. It's a tool for freedom, not a set of handcuffs. Adjust it as your life changes, and don't be afraid to revisit your goals. Conscious spending is about intention, not deprivation. It's about making choices that align with your values, so you can enjoy your money and your life. Make your money work for your goals, not against them. Every dollar should have a purpose, whether it's building security, funding adventures, or creating opportunities for your future self. The big wins matter most. Celebrate your progress, whether it's paying off debt, hitting a savings goal, or making your first investment. These milestones are proof that your plan is working. Set your system up once and let it run. The less you have to think about your finances, the more time and energy you have for the things you love. That's how you build wealth without stress. Financial peace comes from having a system you trust, not from constant worry or micromanagement. Start with clarity, not complexity. Define what you want, create a simple plan, and take the first step today. Your rich life is built one intentional choice at a time. We're all creatures of habit, so use that to your advantage. Automate your finances. Set up automatic transfers right after payday. Pay yourself first. Automatically send money to retirement and savings accounts. What's left is for bills and guilt-free spending. Automation removes emotion and forgetfulness from saving. You don't have to rely on willpower or remember to save. Over time, even small automated investments grow into real wealth. Ordinary people become millionaires by setting up systems, not by being financial geniuses. Take one afternoon to automate your finances. You'll thank yourself for years. The system works in the background, building your future. Make success the default. Don't fight your laziness. Leverage it. Set it and forget it. Investing isn't complicated. Don't let the financial industry fool you. The best approach for most people is to buy the whole market through low-cost index funds or ETFs. An S&P 500 index fund gives you instant diversification. You don't need to pick stocks or time the market. Open an investment account like a Roth IRA online in minutes. Set up automatic transfers and invest in a target date or index fund. Don't chase hot tips or panic during market dips. Consistency and patience win. Dollar cost averaging, investing the same amount every month, smooths out the ride. Over decades, this simple strategy builds real wealth. Ignore the noise, stick to the plan. Simple, boring, and automatic beats complicated every time. You can only cut spending so much, but your earning potential is unlimited. Focus on increasing your income. This is where real wealth accelerates. Start with your main job. Are you being paid what you're worth? Learn to negotiate. A single raise early on compounds for life. Consider side income, freelance, tutor, walk dogs, whatever fits your skills. Even $500 extra a month invested can change your timeline to financial freedom. See yourself as the CEO of your own career. Always look for ways to increase your value and income. The more value you provide, the more you can earn. Cranking up your income isn't greed. It's your ticket to a rich life. Real people have built wealth from nothing. Oprah Winfrey, Jan Koum of WhatsApp, and countless others. They didn't have luck or connections, they had skills, focus, and relentless action. The same principles work on any scale. Like Sarah, a teacher who paid off $30,000 in debt, started a side business, and built a $100,000 portfolio in 5 years. She didn't win the lottery, she followed the system. These stories aren't about becoming billionaires, they're about rejecting victimhood. They focused on what they could control and took action. Resourcefulness, learning, and persistence are the real secrets. Let these stories inspire you, not intimidate you. The system works for anyone willing to work it. Your story could be next. The biggest barriers to building wealth aren't just numbers on a spreadsheet, they're often the invisible walls in your mind. Limiting beliefs, old money scripts, and the stories you tell yourself about what's possible can hold you back more than any market downturn. Take a moment to reflect. What beliefs about money did you inherit, and are they serving you today? Debt is not a normal part of life, despite what you might hear. High-interest debt, especially, is a financial emergency that quietly drains your future potential. It's not just a bill, it's a barrier to your dreams. Don't ignore it. Attack debt with a clear plan. Try the snowball method to build momentum, or the avalanche method to save on interest. Call your lenders and negotiate for lower rates. You'd be surprised how often it works. Every step you take chips away at the mountain. Remember, every dollar you save on interest is a dollar you can invest in your future self. Small changes add up over time, and each one brings you closer to financial freedom. Self-doubt is just fear in disguise. The antidote? Action. Open that savings account, set up an automatic transfer, even if it's just a few dollars, and read a chapter of a finance book. Each small win builds your confidence and proves to yourself that you can do this. You don't need to be an expert to start. The most important thing is to take that first step, no matter how small. Progress beats perfection every time. Not everyone will understand your new habits. Some may criticize or question your choices. That's okay. Set boundaries to protect your progress and your peace of mind. Remember, this is your rich life, not theirs. You get to define what wealth and happiness mean for you. Suggest more affordable alternatives when socializing, and don't be afraid to say no to things that don't align with your goals. True friends will respect your choices. Surround yourself with people who support your journey, who celebrate your wins, no matter how small, and encourage your growth. Protect your financial health with the same care you give your physical health. Regular check-ins and healthy habits make all the difference. Don't let other people's drama or negativity derail your progress. Stay focused on your path, and keep moving forward. In the end, your mindset is your greatest asset. Nurture it, and watch your rich life unfold. You have everything you need to change your financial future. The only thing left is action. Don't try to do everything at once. Pick one thing and do it today. Open a savings account, calculate your savings rate, or set up an automatic transfer. The size of the action doesn't matter, momentum does. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Setbacks will happen. Learn and keep going. Consistency beats perfection. Imagine yourself a year from now. Will you be in the same place, or will you have a system working for you? The choice is yours. Stop waiting for the perfect time or permission. Your rich life is waiting for you to claim it. Go get it.